Yerishon Muturi, I'm an e-commerce specialist.
My name is Mary Kajuju. I am a business lady.
And this is our dream wedding.
I was a church person. I was the treasurer of the youth. So ikitu yote, how even am I going to tell people I am on the front of the church? Actually, niliendelea kwenda church until my kabeli started showing. So actually, I had to withdraw. And it was not something very good. It was unplanned. Of course, very young. I was planning for my master's in South Africa. I had got a school and scholarship. And one day, it's actually my dad who took me to the hospital. Everyone was shocked because I am this serious girl. And you could always find me with my dad. So I'm either in the house or I'm with my dad. So how did Kajuju alipata bola aje? It was a shock for everyone that I'm pregnant. Very big shock. My mom was very supportive. 2, my dad was super supportive. So for me, anything out there, haingefanya nisikie vibaya. Him being supportive was a tick.
I wasn't afraid of responsibilities because already I had pulled her towards my life. I was a little bit afraid of the dad. I didn't know the reaction. He's a very strict gentleman. I didn't know the reaction. But how he transitioned, how the parents took me in. So I think the entire family from both sides, they actually took care of us very well.
I love you so much, but now today you are getting married to Nelson Nono. When you go there to their home, go and be a humble wife and be a noble wife also.
I am the first girl, but I'm the second born in a family of 3. And I've been a daddy's girl since I was very young. Actually, when I was in college, my dad was a lecturer at JKUAT. So we used to go to college together. He waits for me to finish my classes. We go back home. That's serious. Our bond has been like that. When I got pregnant, it was very easy. He supported me. And actually, no, he's just the biggest support system I have up to date.
You can't feel in those shoes. You can only try. But with years, she realizes now, I'm a mom on this side, I have a family on this side, then she will let go slowly. And actually, I think she has done that, although not completely. She's getting a challenge from our daughter whose dad is girl. So I think I have a support as well. And I can understand now the situation. Yeah.
I am a Catholic and a very staunch one for that matter. So wedding or saying I do in the church is something that I had to do for one reason or the other. I had to do it. So hivyo tu nikaanza kumwambia kama jokes, we need to do a wedding. We need to go to the church. So I was not even serious. I used to tell him, naweza taka tu kwanza kupokea sacrament tena, like that. And that's it. That's how it happened. Oh, that gown, Leona. Wow. So it's real. So it's going to happen. Yeah. We were waiting at the door before I'm handed over to the groom's parent, the speaker, and then everything. I think that moment is actually very emotional.
I got excited when I walked into church. There was no one, was no one inside the church, but I walked into church and that moment hit me like, okay, now we're doing this in church. Everybody else was inside and she was outside. I wanted to peep. I was like, no, let me focus. Let me focus. So that moment when now she was walking, she was coming in very slowly. She took all the time. She took all the time to get here. So that moment was a bit shaky. At that moment, I saw her 7 years ago. It was wow. It was wow. And I think she has that fashion eye. Because I was a little bit worried, like, now, the kind of dress you're wearing, remember, our parents are here, and they're all very much church people. So, siniaibishe. Yeah. But when I looked back in the veil, I was like, this is my girl.
Feeling like this is a new page. It felt like a whole new thing. My dad was emotional. I think you saw in the videos. He was. So I didn't want to look at him because nilikuwa najua. So I avoided looking at him. There were moments I was getting emotional, but your makeup ingetoka. So I had to be strong, and I didn't look at my dad. I knew his situation.
I'm normally a very strong person, and then, for a man, you want to compel your emotions na uko. But now I saw my father-in-law walking, handed over her to me. I think I looked at him, and I saw what is going on, and I also felt the same thing. I also felt a bit emotional. Yeah, not to give details. I felt a little bit emotional, but it's been years and years of ups and downs, and now here, the first time you took her away, probably in Kikuyu we say through the fence. Now here, there you go. It is different. It is totally different. It is not like the way she came into my house, we started living together. So whatever we were doing was only trying to make things right by going for the dowry and stuff like that. Because you've already broken into the home. But now here comes the parents candidly giving her to you. It is quite different. It is I think it is even going to change the entire livelihood, the entire lifestyle, everything. Even the relationship with the parents will change. You don't want to make a mistake. You don't want to say the wrong thing because it's going to go on record forever. So I felt like this is not even like a job interview. This is way big. I need to make it right. But at that moment when you want to make it right, that is where your tongue slips. So I was very careful. I was very careful when I was looking into her eyes, and I think she was looking at me like, now I want to hear what you have to say right now. So I had to be careful, and at the same time I was excited. That weight is there, but having lived together for 7 years, this is reaffirming. This is like a reaffirmation that this is it, and this is what I've always been waiting for. So it sinks in, but you also remember that we've been through this.
Vows actually, they mean a lot. They brought another side of me I never knew existed. That's why someone was asking me, So na feel ni kama everything is new. And I'm like, yeah, that's how I feel. So those vows actually brought another side of me that I never knew existed. Excited that I'm going to receive the sacrament again. It's been years since I hadn't received the sacrament. So for me, I used to feel there's a big part that is missing. And the sacrament, for me, they mean a lot. Like there's grace that comes with the sacrament. That's for me as a Catholic. So I wanted one day to be able to receive the sacrament once again, even if it's not in marriage. I wanted to make it right once more. So for me, it means a lot. I didn't take, apart from the wedding day, the Sunday nimeenda church ni hii ya juzi. So I was even very uncomfortable going to queue for the sacrament. I felt like, wow, this is strange. But yes, it is good. You know, that certificate, it's not like Kamwiste. Like Kamwiste, you get mad and you're like, this thing. But with that certificate, even the procedure of saying this thing is quite heavy. So you have, as in the commitment, it's not like it changes, but in some type of way, yes, it does.
When I signed that document, I knew now there's no issue of, I don't know, the way you said it, come and stay. It is now official, but the bigger part of it is the commitment in church. The commitment in church. This one, a document, a government document, very important to show the way forward, but the commitment combined that with the church, the government, the witnesses and us, that was a big thing for me.
Generous person in heart and both even in giving out. Mary is also very kind, and I like the fact that she will always tell you the truth. And there are so many things to say about her. She's a friend who can stand for you in any way, in any time. And also, I think likewise goes to Nosh. And I also like the fact that they are calm people. You can connect with them anytime, anyhow. Yeah.
I met Mary in 1999. We schooled together and we've been friends all through. She's a loyal friend, she's caring, and I wish them God's blessings in their new marriage.
Met through a friend back in 2010. That friend is the late now. May God rest his soul. We met through that friend. That friend is the one who was calling me actually. He kept on calling. I told him, no, it's okay, I'll pass by. He's just a friend I've known since childhood. So I went there, we talked. When we were going home, I told him, tutendo kini drop. He's like, okay. That is how we met. I don't remember even how we exchanged numbers, but he was really, really adamant. So, sijui vile niliingia box, but nilijikuta niliingia.
She was a serious girl. She had finished campus. I could see the seriousness in her. So you can see the future. So nilikuwa na funguo mbili kwa funguo yangu, sijui nilikuwa nafanya na spare nini. Thing led the other. We moved in. Kampatia funguo akaniulizania nini? Nakumbuka? Kampatia funguo ni ya nini? Shika wewe funguo, mimi nimeenda job. I do dance. I do, and I was ready for it. Then when we walked in, the MC had already organized a way that we're going to go around. I thought we were going round once and sit down. I think we went round, and I had to accept that we are doing this. We are doing this.
Coming to dance for me was really nice, and having a friend singing like the women there, she was louder than the women. Was very, very nice. Alafu the MC of the day nilikuwa najua hata tuangusha. So the MC did a very good job. Tulienda round, sasa hata mimi nikasikia nimechoka miguu.
From today on, you lock the hearts of these and keep the key from ever.
Spoke English. She spoke English from the beginning to the end of her speech, and I think she's heading 80, right? And I never knew she could speak that English. And one thing I remember her very well saying is that she's praying to the Lord to lock our hearts together and throw away the key. That is going to be the most memorable part of all those speeches, because the others, they come in packages, but I think her message was straightforward. Lord, lock their hearts together and throw away the key. And I think that key has been thrown away.
The speeches, the aunt, actually I was surprised she knows English, and not just English, but very fluent in English. So she had very wise words, being the best aunt that we really get along with almost everyone in that family. So she had the best highlights. Two very special gifts. One was from my friends from high school. They totally surprised me. Their gift, I treasure it loads, because I'm sure they had to chuck quite a heavy chunk of money. Brought me a washing machine. I'm very, very grateful. Actually, it's not because it's the washing machine. Hiyo kujitolea. Then the second gift I got was from our jumuiya, the miso, the Catholic miso, inaitwa misale ya waumini. Yes, for me it's very dear. Choosing the cake, I went to Sweet Inspirations. We met at Samantha Bridal. So I went to their offices in Hurlingham, to their bakery in Hurlingham, did cake tasting. We went with my sister and a friend, did cake tasting. Then I didn't want something very complicated, but I can say they outdid what I tasted. The cake I tasted at Hurlingham and the one they brought at the wedding, totally different. Like the one at the wedding was so nice, so sweet. I am not a sweet tooth person, but I love their cake, especially the one at the wedding.
There's never anything that can't be done. If you focus on something, you'll do it. When we started planning for the wedding, we didn't even know how we're going to start, who are we going to invite. We sat down, we did a guest list, and then we decided, no, forget the guest list. We shall invite everyone. Issues to do with the church, be free, go to the church, tell them your situation. If it can't be handled in church, they will tell you, forget this or wait. But I believe people out there are very supportive. You may never know. You may never know until you get to that position. My dad was telling me, you will never know that you have people who can support you until you have an issue of your own. And we were overwhelmed by the number of guests we had on the wedding day. We realized these things can be done. So never give up, go for it, talk to people. You will know the answer before you ask the third question.
It depends. If you want to do it, let nothing stop you. If it's finances, budget for a wedding, you can comfortably handle. Don't start budgeting for some amount of money that you really don't have, because hiyo kusumbua watu, committee, we are contributing this, it's very wrong. if it's a committee that you're calling, let it be for people to come and help in the planning and running the errands of the day instead of budging people with your budget. There's now a wedding that you can't do. A simple one, a big one, it just depends with your pocket, because we're not out here, we're not competing. We don't know, you don't know my situation, I don't know your situation. It's what you want. If it's simplicity you want, go for it. If it's a small thing, go for it. If it's a big thing, go for it. But bottom line, ni wewe. It's not, don't look at other people's pockets. Yes.
Na kama sisi wazazi huwa tunafurahi sana wakati tunaona watoto wetu wamekaribia meza ya Bwana. Huwa tunasikia raha sana, kwa sababu tunaona mafunzo ya pale kanisani kwa watoto wetu inakuwa mafunzo mzuri. Wakae na heshima kwa nyumba, wakisauliana na mahali watu wanasauliana wawili kwa nyumba, ndio mboma na inakuwa mboma ya kudumu. Na hiyo ndio maombi yangu kama mama mzazi.